Hey guys, welcome to my Rift auction house video. In this video I'm going to be showing you the functionality of the auction house in Rift, just what you can do, what you can't do with it. So if you're new to Rift, maybe but old to gold making, or you haven't bought Rift yet, you can see what functionality is available at the auction house in Rift. Just go up to this guy. Now one nice thing I should notice is, from what I understand, the only auctioneers are in the main cities. So there's one main city per side, one main city for the Guardians and one for the Defiance. And in that city are the auctioneers. Now I don't know what it's like Defiance side, but on Guardian side I can stand here and click on the auctioneer and click on the mailbox. So I can do both at the same time. That is one nice thing. They did think that one out. Now, with regards to searching, let me close the mail. Alright, to searching. Obviously, you can see on the left here, pretty normal, your standard kind of browsing function, armor, then by plate, by where it goes on your body, weapon, different types of weapons, planar items. These are like the essences you get. A lot of people, this is one thing that a lot of people won't. I talked about it in my last, I think in one of my last videos. It's basically just, it's kind of like a little thing that you have on you. It's called a planar sigil. And you can put planar essences in them, and it's kind of like gems in Worldcraft or something. It just gives you little stat bonuses. But anyway, there's a category for those. Consumables I'm going to come back to because there's something interesting in consumables. Containers, which is bags, crafting, recipes, materials, ingredients, and augments. That's one nice thing. Should mention this real quick. In this game, within the crafting, when you're making different items, crafting them, you can add different things. So like if I add this, it will boost the intelligence added to it a little bit. So there is a little room to do some extra stuff with your crafting with these extra ingredients, with these augments. And then miscellaneous section, which has quest items, mounts, pets, collectibles, and other. Not quite sure. Is anything in other? Other is like short-term buffs, it looks like. Whetstones, movement speed increase, things like that. Alright. Now, in consumables, there's two things that are interesting. We'll start at the bottom. Rift consumables, those are some things that you get that provide bonuses, like you can buff your damage, cause damage, or absorb damage. You get those from closing rifts. Item enhancements is like runes, scrolls. Pretty simple, provides short-term buff improvement, short-term stat buffs. Potions, pretty simple. Drinks, okay, drinks are like this drink I have here, which restores both my health and my mana. But then if you look, they have both bandages and food. And the interesting thing about these is to my knowledge, and I've done some looking around, there is no food and no bandages in the game right now. There is no cooking, and there is no first aid, and from what I understand, there's no vendor who sells these things. So, based on this, though, we can say that at the very least, they've thought about implementing something. Whether they're just going to eventually get rid of these categories, or they're going to implement some new professions, we'll have to wait and see. But honestly, the way professions are now, I wouldn't be surprised if professions get a makeover in one of the first patches. The reason I'm saying that is because Tryon, what is their name? I don't know. Someone tell me how to pronounce their name, because I have no idea. But anyway, they have done a good job of getting feedback and making improvements to the game. With professions, though, I think it's kind of hard to do that in beta. This is why I didn't play in beta, because it's hard to get information on the economy in beta, because if you're doing it as a beta, if I'm playing in the beta, my goal, because I know that my character is going to get wiped at the end. I mean, my character, I'm not going to be able to if I get my character up to level 50, when I start to play, the game comes out and I start in the head start or after the release, I know I'm not going to be playing that level 50 character. I'm going to have to start all over again. So my goal in the beta is pretty much going to be to spend all of my money. I'm going to want to try out as many things as possible. So my goal is, at the end of beta, have no money. But that means that because of that, players are going to be acting differently from when the game actually, they're going to be buying differently and selling differently from when the game actually releases. And so I think it can be very hard to get reliable information on how the economy and how the crafting and all that's going to function. So I wouldn't be surprised if crafting does get somewhat of a makeover relatively soon. But anyway, you can see food and bandages, they are categories on the auction house, but to my knowledge, not in game. So it's something to keep in mind. Now you can sort up here. Let me find something that has a little bit more things. I'll go down to the artifacts, collectibles. So now I can sort by the rarity. It's just like World of Warcraft. I mean, white is a whatever, common, green, uncommon, blue, rare, purple, epic, and then I think orange or something is legendary. And that's going up in rarity. Name, you can search by the name, the item's level, the time left on the auction, who's selling the auction, the buyout cost, the unit cost, and then the current bid. So you can sort by all of those things. Kind of nice. You can type the name of the thing that you want to search for up here in the top left corner. And then one nice thing is in your bags, you can just right click on the item and it will search for the item. So you can see there's 2 Star Iron Cauldrons. There's no Royal Demands for Regency right now. So you just right click on the item. Now one thing, and again I hope that they add this, but one nice thing that they haven't added is while you can right click on an item in your bag, you can't right click on something in your professions tab. So you can see, like, if I want to, I'm crafting and I want to buy soft leather to make or I want to buy some tin bars to make tin boots, because I don't know how to say whatever that first thing was. I right click, nothing. I want to see how much the tin boots sell for, nothing. In order to search for all those, you have to go through the browsing or you have to type it in. If Treon is listening, doubtful, but hey, I hope you guys really add something like that. That would make it a lot easier. That is one thing that I think should be in the game, and it's pretty simple. Now, auctions. This is where you post your auctions. You can either drag the item, or you can simply right-click it, and it appears. You can see I'm just right-clicking items right now. So I prefer to right-click. It's just easier, honestly. Now I'm going to put this up for auction because I already have one, and I'm currently doing green items at 15. This is an artifact, so all you can do is just the starting price. In this game there's silver, gold, and platinum coins. 100 silver is 1 gold, 100 gold, 1 platinum. So you just type in your starting and your buyout price. Pretty simple. Now the deposit, just so you guys know, from what I have figured out, you can see the vendor for this is 1 silver in the tooltip down below. The vendor's 1 silver. The deposit cost, what it is it's from the items that I've seen. This might not include like really high up items, but basically deposit is 5% of the vendor cost per 12 hours. So it depends on the vendor cost of the item. In addition, from what I've seen, when the auction sells, the auction house will take a cut of 5% from the sale price, from whatever someone paid. So just like I know it's like this in World of Warcraft, probably like this in other MMOs. You pay both a deposit, which you pay when you post the auction, and then you pay once the auction actually sells. But that is something to bear in mind. Right now, I list everything for 12 hours. Most things sell, and honestly, there's so little money in the game right now that I just want to keep every little silver piece that I can, pretty much. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and list that. And there that goes. Like I say, you can search up, nothing. So I just search for that item, post this item, and then I'll sell this one for 10. Because this is a white item. And so that's how you sell items. So that's how you post items to the auction house. These are all the auctions you can see that you have up. The time left on the auction. You can sort by name. You can sort by bidders if people have bid but they haven't bought out. And then you can sort by the current bid on each item. You can go to bids. Bids will show you just what items you have bid on. So you can see I've bid on 1 item, 9 gold for an artifact from Dark Knight. And you can sort the same way at the top. Now, as you can see, this is honestly, this is the functionality that's available. It's pretty limited right now. I am really hoping, now as of right now, Rift does not support add-ons at all. Treon, they said that they wanted to focus on releasing a game that was very good quality, ready for release as is. When they in the lead up to releasing Rift, they didn't want to focus on other things that weren't necessarily like add-on support. But they have said that if people want it, it is a possibility later. Hopefully, we will get some kind of support for add-ons, because I would really like some auction house add-ons. I don't think, generally, I don't think enough players care about the auction house. I mean, a lot of people just like to do whatever and don't want to think about it, and that's how you can make gold or platinum. But I don't think there'll be a huge demand for Treon to put lots of resources into developing a better style auction house. But I do know there's a lot of people out there that if they allow add-ons to be built for Rift, who would probably build add-ons. But things I would like to see is price history, sell price, how much an item's been selling for lately. You can't see these things right now. Maybe if you could hover over a crafted item and see the cost of the mats. Any of these things would be helpful. There's very little information. So right now, right now all of my professions are very basic. I'm trying to level 3 tunes at the same time. So all of my stuff is pretty basic. But once you get up to, once you can craft a few items, and you have a few that can sell, you're going to want to start making spreadsheets. And so right now, if you're really serious about making Platinum and Rift, you're going to be making lots of spreadsheets. You're going to be keeping track of a lot of this yourself, basically. Hopefully, though, that they can get all of that figured out in a patch, and they can get some add-ons for the game. Or they can support add-ons, and then other people can make add-ons for the game. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. If you guys have any questions about Rift, or if you have questions about the auction house, if there's something that you want to ask about the functionality, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Subscribe to this channel and head to my blog, which I'll have a link down below. Head there, and you'll be getting more great platinum making tips throughout the coming days. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.